Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on BetCross. Another very beautiful Wednesday morning. We're back with our predictions as usual. All right, we come up with games that are going on across the globe. I'll select a little of these matches and look into them using the recent results that they have in recent times. Considering their present form. That's what we do it on a daily basis. All right, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. And we also have a VIP membership group where we put out games that we believe to have the more likelihood of coming out correctly. Do endeavor to join our VIP special membership, all right? And for a little token though, and you can always get their link to have access to the VIP membership on the description of this very video, as well as anywhere you see join around this very video, right? Okay, that being said, we head to the business of today, and we have some good games lined up. Even though we are really waiting for the season to commence in earnest, we are going to make do with the games that we have on ground. Even though those ones are, the ones that we have are less more predictable when you compare to league matches, all right? And but we are going to use the recent results and also do justice to these ones, all right? We'll start with the very first game. In today's football predictions, it is in the Champions League qualified match where we have Feyenoord who will be facing Fambachi. Okay, and we know that Feyenoord in recent games only one win and a draw, but have lost four matches out of the last recent matches that they had. And Fenerbahce, on the other hand, have won, five games out of six, losing just one. And from home and away perspective, you can see that Feyenoord have won four matches and two draws, but have also lost four matches rather in the last 13 home matches. All right, but Fenerbahce winning eight games and losing two in the last 10 away games that they have, And also, what I've mentioned is the fact that most of the matches that these guys lost at Feyenoord is actually, friendly games. All right. Also, the recent matches that they've had so far have produced over 2.5 separately. You could see six matches out of the last 10 producing over 2.5 for Feyenoord and as well as Fenerbahce. You know, I think they had eight games that had over 2.5 in the last 10 away matches. And also, the last time both teams met was a 3-3 draw they played. So we are going with the goals to call here, and we expect to see a minimum of three goals in that very tie and over 2.5. That's what we expect for that very encounter. All right, and the next game we have today, also in the UEFA Champions League qualified match, we'll have the Polish side, the Leg Poznan, and the Serbia side, RB Belgrade. Okay, when we look at how the two teams fared in recent times, like you see that Poznan have won four matches in the last six matches, and they've also lost two games. And away side, Resta have won five games and a draw in the last six matches that they had. Okay, looking at how the team fared for home and away basis, the home side and Poznan also have won seven matches out of the last 10 home games that they had. They've also lost three out of those, and Rest on the other hand have managed to achieve five victories and three draws, also losing that two matches in the last 10 away games that they have so far. And also when you look closer at the home side, Poznan, it is goals that are quite more prominent in the recent games that they have so far. You could see them having a score line that is quite over three goals eight times out of the last 10 home matches that they had. They've been scoring and scoring as well as conceding as well. Okay, when you look at the away side, also a very similar outcome. Eight games in the last 10 away matches that also they had produced over 2.5. They've been scoring as well as conceding. Okay, and there's no record of head-to-head meeting between two sides. This actually means that this is the first time both teams are facing each other, and we are actually going with the goals to also happen here, seeing that both sides are scoring lots of goals, and we expect to see a minimum of three goals in this very encounter. So an over 2.5, that's what verdict for that very one, all right? And we head to the next for today. It is a game in UEFA Europa League qualified match. We have Rigas FS of Latvia who will be coming up against the Kups of Finland. And when you look at how these two teams performed in recent matches that they had so far, it is Rigas FS who had four victories and two losses, and those two losses were actually in the qualified match against Malmo. They lost both legs home and away, and we saw Kups on the other hand winning three games and two draws, and also losing once in the last six matches that they had so far. And looking at how the two teams fared from home and away basis, you can see that the home side, Rigas FC, have actually done very well from home, winning 9 matches in the last 10 home games. They've also lost one, which was actually a loss against Malmo, the Swedish side. And Coops, on the other hand, have not been doing so very well from away. They've actually been able to achieve 2 victories and 5 draws in the last 10 away matches. They've also lost 3 matches out of those. The last away game they had, so they're losing to Kira or Marty on that very occasion, losing by 3-0 to Kira. And also there are no head-to-head records between the two sides. We definitely expect the home side, Rigas FS, who have done very well, winning 90% of the home matches, to do very well against Kupsa FC. So we expect the home side winning out, traveling this very one home win. That's all value for that very encounter. And it takes us to the next for today. It is in Finnish Waikonen League, Finland Waikonen League. That's what it's called. It is KPV coming up against ROPS Ropes. When you look at recent games for these two sides, you could see KBV, the home side, have had 3 victories and a draw in the last 6 games that they had. They've also lost 2 matches out of those 6 matches that they had in recent times. Their away side Ropes, on the other hand, winning 3 matches and losing 3 in the last 6 games that they had. Okay, looking at how the two teams fared from home and away basis, you can see that KPV, the home side, the side who have actually had 7 victories and 2 draws, as well as 1 loss in the last 10 home matches that they had so far. And the away side, Ropes, on the other hand, have won 2 games and 3 draws, but have also lost 5 matches, all right, the last 10 away matches that they have so far. Okay, and the last time both teams met, it was a 2-2 draw. Although on that very occasion it was Ropes who played from home, and also prior to that we saw them playing at a 1-1 draw prior to that very meeting. And also we also know that the last 10 meetings between the two sides have produced lots of goals, over 2.5, 7 times out of 10. The last meeting was a 2-2 draw, which was actually over 3.5 on that very occasion. But the recent games for KPV, we saw them winning against JJK by 3-0, and Ropes, on the other hand, losing to Tampere United by 4-0 in the last away match that they had. So in this very encounter, we definitely have to go with the home side to do well here, and we expect to see KPV, who will be playing from home, to win in this very encounter. So home side to win. That's all value for that very encounter, right? And that will conclude this for us for today. Concludes our predictions for today on Betcraft. We wish you the very, very best of luck and hope you also remember to play responsibly, as these football games sometimes may not be exactly what it presents sometimes. Okay, and again, remember the order for predictions will be on the VIP special membership. Do endeavor to join so that you always have access to these ones. Okay, and the link to access our VIP channel will always be in the description of this very video, as well as anywhere you see join around this very video. Do endeavor to join so that you don't miss out. Okay, and tomorrow is another day. Definitely we'll be back with our predictions on this very channel. Do not miss out. But until that time, keep on it.